Ecuador against Kyrgyzstan. Only one nation came away with the gold medal. It was a historic gold medal for Ecuador, thanks to Riasco and thanks to her double leg attack, which scored her the first 2-point takedown. Medet Kızı in the blue, Riasco in the red. Medet Kızı, you would imagine, will be extremely aware of that double leg blast from Riasco, and she's straight to it, Medet Kızı, tying up the top here, and she's immensely powerful as well with that underhook throw by Eric that she's able to do, and we already see that there.
And I don't think she got to that enough in the world final match, and that is going to have to be the difference here tonight. To attack the upper half of the body rather than the lower half of the body. If you look at one thing on Genesis Riasco, look at the size of her legs and her quads in particular. So you know the hips are strong as she picks up that 2-point takedown, but for Medet Kızı, you have to stay above those legs, or if you get down low, you have to get to a corner quickly because Riasco's hips and legs are too strong for you to be caught underneath.
There's only one tell that it's coming, and that's the change of levels from Riasco. But can you react quick enough when you see it? Keeping it upper body, very top of the upper body, and Medet Kızı playing to her strength and going round the corner, and now in parterre. She's going to turn for two here. Medet Kızı takes out a 5-2 lead against the world champion.
Doing a good job of continuing to circle to her right. She tried to go back to the left to conserve space on the mat and then jump back to her right side, which is the side she wants to be on. That's the most powerful side, but Genesis Riasco gets both hips down, kept her belly button on the mat, and stopped that onslaught of points coming from the Kyrgyz corner.
The only person that's got close to her today, Riasco, was Diamond Guilford, who was the champion in this weight category in Tirana last year. She beat Medet Kızı in that final. Guilford losing 3-2 in the end to Riasco.
And there comes that level change that you talked about. This is how you know the double's coming. Right hand gets posted on the head, and when the wrestler reaches and creates some space to their hips, that's when Riasco loves to strike.
Yeah, there's two tells actually, aren't there? It's the post firstly, then the level change. Not been seen yet, though. The attempted attack from Riasco. The Ecuadorian making a different picture now for Medet Kızı to have to solve.
And you hear the side officials saying, referee, bring them up. You shouldn't be allowed to go 4 points on the mat, as Riasco is doing, and that's what they're going to tell her at the break, I assume, is, hey, you cannot keep going down to all fours, negative wrestling.
She was in that position for time enough for the referees to have made an intervention in round one, but nothing material came from that. Medet Kızı with a useful lead going into the second round.
Quite surprised, honestly. Able to pick up that gut wrench. I wouldn't say that her parterre offense is something that a lot of people would watch out for in Medet kızı. She is more dangerous on her feet than she is in parterre, but just a great job to continue to work to that right side.
She's managed to be unpredictable to get those points in the first round. Keeping the field of conflict in an upright contest, and therefore that plays into her hands a little more, negates Riasco's key attack.
And the problem there was Riasco's head position was wrong. She was on the left ear of Medet kızı, and she had to be on the right side, which would create that space where she had the underhook to then ultimately look for either the near or far side pick, which is what she was looking for there. So head position has to be key. That has to be the adjustment moving forward.
There we go. The double leg attack is landed and driven over for two. It always comes, and it always comes like a runaway train.
And it's something that's televised. You know it's coming. She could tell somebody that she's gonna double them and they still wouldn't be able to stop it. That is how you know that it is a world-class double, because everybody knows it's coming. Everybody has been working for years to stop it, and she just continues to get to it on everybody. And Medet kızı now has to make sure you have to get your hands on her. Get to Riasco's body. This is where she wants to be. She wants you in space to get you faking and moving your feet when she hits that fake of her own with that right hand, gets you stepping, and then she hits it. This is good for Medet kızı to keep Riasco tied up.
No doubt, Eric, there's been an awful lot of thought and reviewing and analysis from both sides here before this match, and Medet kızı has played it tactically fairly well for the first 5 minutes.
And she's okay here. Look at her head position, where her head is, right in the chin. That is hurting Riasco right here. She's not allowing Riasco to get her head position to a dominant side, which is great for Medet kızı, because all it's doing is bringing the clock nearing to zero when she does that.
Last minute between the world gold and world silver medalist. But right now, Medet kızı is the one on top, seeking revenge of sorts for that loss in Zagreb in September in Tirana.
She will squeeze this thing with her life right here. Dominant position for Medet kızı. If she can hold this here, which I think she can do, she can run out these 20 seconds.
Riasco needing to really change things up, work out a way to get this final points, and then have the victory. Medet kızı will be aware of this. The mat position so important in these final seconds. She's going to keep this upright. She's going to keep herself standing tall, and she will beat the world champion, Genesis Riasco. Tonight, it's about Ayperi Medet kızı.
And she just gave the world the recipe to beat the Ecuadorian. You attack the left hand, you stay high on the body, you don't allow her to get to that double, keep your hands on her, and she is beatable. 5-4 victory. That was impressive for Medet